Okay, for this recording, I'm going to be showing you how to use the clone stamp tool, which is this tool right here in your toolbar. Now, what's great about the clone stamp tool is you're going to be able to duplicate anything on your artboard simply by selecting it and then copying it over. So, this allows you to eliminate distractors or things that are bothering you in a picture. So for me, for this picture, I'm not loving the car. I am not loving these other cars on the other side or this sidewalk. So what you're going to do, and it's actually pretty simple. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to duplicate my layer, because that's what I like to do before I start any picture, and then turn that background layer off, just so I have it just in case I need it. So I'm going to be using my clone stamp tool, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to select a part that I would like to clone. So, for instance, what it's going to do is allow me to like select this grassy area and then copy it over my sidewalk. So I'm going to press Alt, and it's going to give me this little like crosshair. So I'm going to press Alt. And do you see how it's already putting like that green into my picture? Okay, so once I do that, I am going to actually then start painting that area. Now, underneath it, you can probably see that little cross waving around. Well, that cross is actually showing me what's going to be copied. So if I ever need to like restart, I can move over. So I can come over here to Alt. I can pick something else to copy. And then this way, it gives you the ability to choose different areas. Oh, I don't like that. And then kind of like blend it a little differently. So if I zoom out, you see now I don't have that like sidewalk in that area. So I'm going to press Alt again, and I'm just going to color my sidewalk over here. Okay, and that looks pretty good. Then I'm going to go to the other side. Now you really want to pay attention to what you're copying, because you could very easily end up with a duplicate. So let me show you what I mean. So right here I accidentally started like duplicating some of her shirt in an area that I didn't want it. So for instance, okay, if I clone stamp her face and then come over here, I'm actually going to build like a floating head, like another Eevee on this side, which we don't want. So let me try this again. I'm going to press Control plus to zoom in. Okay, I'm going to press Alt in the green again. I'm just going to paint back her outfit. Now I can make my brush smaller to fit in a different spot, but I'm just doing this quickly to show you. Press Alt again over here. I'm going to zoom out. Now, if it looks funny, so if you take a look at it from far away and it's starting to look a little funky, you can always choose some of these other areas and kind of just stipple over some of the parts to make it look a little less, I don't know, cliche, or the same. Now let's take a look at this car. So now what I'm going to do with this car is I have two options. I can either make the grass come up higher, or I can try to duplicate the trees. So I'm going to start with the trees. Actually, I'm going to zoom in a little bit more. And now I'm so zoomed in that I'm copying pixels. So let me quickly kind of do this. I'm actually going to change my brush to more of a harder brush. Okay, and then let me zoom out to see how we did. Yeah, not bad, right? Let me clean up the ground really quick. What do we think? Looking pretty good. Now I can then come in and start playing with these if I wanted to, but I think you basically get the idea. So here you go. No more sidewalk, no more car. And then if I wanted to, I could come back and clean this out. Or even come back over here and take out the sign if I didn't want the sign in the picture. So that is your clone stamp tool. Enjoy, and hopefully it will be a successful tool for you.